Look at this texture. When you cut into it, a rich, glossy Parmesan cream sauce pours out, perfectly coating a crispy mahogany crust. Today, we are going to build a restaurant-quality pan sauce completely from scratch. Along the way, you'll learn how to avoid the single most common skillet mistake that ruins dinner for most home cooks. This overhead shot shows our setup, called mise en place. You will need a stainless steel or cast iron skillet, skip the nonstick for this, and all your ingredients measured out into small bowls before you even touch the stove. Having your pan selected and ingredients ready prevents earning during the fast-paced cooking steps. You remain in total control of the heat and the timing from start to finish. Step 1 is achieving an even thickness. Take your raw chicken breasts and pound them flat. This diagram shows exactly why we do that. Notice how the heat waves penetrate the thin edges rapidly, turning them black, while the thick center remains dangerously undercooked. Pounding the meat guarantees everything finishes at the exact same time. Next, dredge the flattened chicken in a shallow bowl filled with a mixture of flour and freshly grated Parmesan cheese. When you pull it out, look for a completely dry, even, and slightly textured white coating across the entire surface. That specific ratio of flour to cheese creates a structural crust. It needs to be strong enough to hold its crispness when we submerge it in a heavy cream sauce later. Place your skillet over medium-high heat and drop in some European-style butter. Lay the chicken flat into the hot fat, press down firmly, and then leave it completely undisturbed for 4 to 5 minutes. Take a look at this comparison. On the left, crowding the pan dropped the temperature, causing the meat to turn pale and soggy. On the right, an uncrowded pan maintains high heat, resulting in a deep, beautiful crust. When you flip the meat, that deep, unbroken mahogany golden crust is your visual confirmation that the sear was successful. Executing this sear perfectly provides the chemical foundation required to build the sauce in the next step. Remove the cooked chicken to a plate. Now, drop a second piece of butter directly into that empty, messy-looking pan. Those dark, caramelized bits of protein and sugar stuck to the metal are called fond. Here is where most people ruin their dinner. Washing, wiping out, or ignoring those dark bits completely destroys the flavor profile of the dish. In this cross-section diagram, aggressively scraping the pan bottom allows the fat to lift those concentrated flavors off the metal. Watch how the minced garlic and sun-dried tomatoes mix into the enriched fat, immediately absorbing those dark particles. To a novice, this looks like a dirty pan. In reality, that messiness is a strict prerequisite for achieving deep, complex flavor. Sprinkle exactly 1 tablespoon of flour over the aromatics. This acts as a chemical binder for the liquids we are about to add. Now, deglaze the pan by pouring in chicken broth. Whisk it to loosen any stubborn elements still clinging to the skillet. For the dairy, keep your whisk moving continuously and vigorously while you slowly spiral in the heavy cream and fresh Parmesan. Be careful here. Pouring cold cream into a boiling pan too fast causes thermal shock. The sauce will break and separate into a greasy puddle. You are looking for a specific transformation. The liquid will evolve from a dark, watery broth into a thick pastel orange velvet that easily coats the back of your spoon. Controlling the temperature and the speed of your pour creates a stable emulsion, locking those distinct ingredients together into a single, luxurious sauce. Finally, add your Italian seasoning, black pepper, and a handful of fresh baby spinach into the bubbling sauce. The spinach must go in at the absolute last minute so it wilts gently, rather than boiling down into a soggy, discolored mush. Take those resting golden chicken breasts and simply slide them right back into the pan to finish cooking. Use your spoon to sweep that thick sauce continuously over the top of the crispy crust, and let everything simmer for 2 minutes. This brief, gentle simmer marries the sharp, crispy texture of the meat with the rich velvet of the liquid, tying the entire dish together. To plate, lift the steaming chicken. You'll see the stretchy cheese clinging to it, and rest it gently over a fresh bed of pasta. Top it with chopped parsley. Notice how the mahogany crust remains perfectly intact, even while drenched in the thick cream sauce. Grab your trusty skillet, check out the complete ingredient list down below, and execute this exact recipe tonight. Take a second to appreciate the final result. Mastering this fond-preserving technique unlocks the fundamental culinary skill to create infinite variations of restaurant-quality pan sauces at home.